beefing with, say, a non-Muslim, and then there's actually a Muslim guy that's instigating this. He might be Shia. When certain things are going on, or you've got beef with Jedi, or this is going on, you want to bring me up all the time. Like, allow all that in it. A certain female or certain females were having beef with certain Muslim brothers. These were like Muslim females as well. You had certain Muslim brothers that were like instigating in the background. At first I wasn't aware of this, but I then become aware of this. And then like what they do is like while online, they spread like fitna, innit? What they do, they spread fitna and then they kick back. And then the fitna just continues, it boils up, brothers are beefing brothers, brothers are beefing non-Muslims, it gets deep. And then once in a while, these same people will come into the mix and then like even switch sides. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is Brother Abdul Rahman. Yeah, like I just want to make a video like dealing with certain issues, certain topics. Like first of all, I want to make a clarification of current affairs, because like what's happening now is that certain brothers feel a certain way, and like people that go to the park and people that are watching online are going through situations where they think that like people are beefing, or there's gonna be altercations or some kind of not to say violence, but some kind of altercation, whereby that certain brothers think that when they see each other or when they see other people that's going to be on site, people are going to start fighting or get into arguments. Like I'm representing La ilaha illallah. That's the most important. And what is that me personally, I haven't got beef with no one. There's no one I've got beef with like on a personal, that the minute I see you, we're going to start fighting, we're going to start doing all this. Some things have happened like recently whereby like brothers have been having altercations with like people that are not brothers, and like this has led to me like personally jumping in and trying to defend my brothers. Like in Islam, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with defending your brothers. Sometimes you might jump into something and be not quite aware of the situation, but what is that you come into something and you see like, well, in my eyes, something unjust happening, so you deal with it the way that you want to deal with it, innit? Like, one thing I want to bring up is that in a situation, we as Muslims, like following Islam, we're not the aggressors, innit? So like, when someone becomes aggressive, well, as a Muslim, we're obliged to like, let's say often, innit? Like, it's not for us to be like, the aggressors or the ones that are like provoking people or looking for trouble. There's too much fitna going on. Like, brothers are like getting exposed, showing themselves in a bad light. Brothers are fighting brothers. That's how deep it is now. Brothers have been joining with like kuffars, unbelievers, to like go against brothers. This is being done intentionally and unintentionally. Like recently, we had a situation in the park whereby there was a little altercation whereby certain brothers from like say the hood had altercations with like certain other people that are not Muslims, and like I was kind of in the midst of this, because like what happened was I came into the situation and I saw that my brothers were getting violated in my eyes. So like once I see my brothers getting violated, it's for me to defend my brothers. This is Islamic. So this is not just only Islamic, it's the way of a man, isn't it? Like if you're in a situation and you see your ones getting violated, you want to find out what's going on. And if the people are persistent in what they're doing and are coming aggressive, then you have to jump in and defend your brothers. Like with the situation that happened recently, I came into a situation and saw that like people were like taking the mick and being hypocritical. What I mean by that is that way before we've had situations where like people have come into situations and be talking of, don't touch this person's stuff, or don't do this and that. But I've come into a situation where I see the same people actually now violating a Muslim brother's property and thinking it's all right. And then from there, what happens is that like I just come in and tried to find out what's going on. I see something aggressive going on, so I've jumped in to defend my brothers. There's nothing wrong with that, and unless I find out that my brothers were in the wrong, then I'll apologize for that. But from my angle is I came and saw my brothers being violated. You understand? Like, these are the same things that if it was the other way around, like, people wouldn't take it. So like from there, certain situations happened. I don't know if someone got banged. I don't know nothing about none of that because I never saw it myself personally. But both sides dispersed, and that was the last of it from me. But since then, I've heard like certain brothers talking online, talking about they're gonna do this and that. Basically with me, I don't care about all that. Sticks and stones, innit? Like, all the words that you come with don't mean nothing to me. Like, it can't faze me. Like, as long as it's La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah, I'm not bothered about all that. You get me? So like from there, everything hasn't been clarified properly. So people are not quite sure, is there beef still going on? Was this about this guy saying this and all of that? But what I want to say from my angle, I'm living my life. I'm living my life. That's the most important. I'm not afraid of no one. Apart from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I haven't got time to have fear for no one. Like, people can say what they want to say. I hope like they can like hopefully back what they say if they're about it like that. But what is that I'm just living my life. If people want trouble, they want trouble. But there's a saying that you shouldn't trouble when trouble don't trouble you, innit? So any way you want to take it that way. But for the Muslim brothers, I want my Muslim brothers to stay strong, innit? Like, certain brothers have stopped coming to the park for now, because like, I advise them not to come to the park, because like there's bare fitnah going on. It's like a circus right now. You understand? I've had certain brothers call me and they're like, brother Abdul Rahman, you know what, allow the park for a bit, you're bigger than that. Don't get involved in all this circusry that's going on. So I try my best not to get involved with all that. And says things going on online, all this live stream and all that, I don't really pay attention to all that. If you notice, like all you people that's online, you won't really see me like on live streams and all them kind of things all the time. So I'm not really aware of all that because I've got a life to live and I've got kids, you understand? So like from that angle, also I want to talk about like brothers like wasting their time online and then finding themselves in, how will I put it, finding themselves in predicaments, innit? Say for instance, we had a brother recently, he may have got peed off, he may have got angry because like certain non-Muslims were like calling him names and all that. And from them calling him names, as they're calling him names, he's then like used the N-word and started being what we would call racist. I've talked to that brother and tried to show him that he has to apologize for this, but at the same time, he has to know that shaitan can make people get angry, innit? Shaitan can make you say things that you don't mean to say. So, me personally, there's been times when I've been angry and I've said things that I've even regretted. I've said things that have like caused like differences between me and close friends. So like what it is like we have to learn that when we get angry and all that, chill back from saying things that you're going to regret later, and plus deep down you probably didn't even mean it. That's the deepest part. So like also we've got like brothers fighting with brothers online. It doesn't make sense. Like we're all Islam and we're all trying to represent to the best that we can. But what we have now is outsiders looking into Islam and seeing Muslims fighting each other. They're seeing Muslims having petty online beefs, if you want to call it that, backbiting each other, coming on live streams, intoxicated, acting weird, really, like, and it's a bad look. And the thing about it is, like, these same brothers, I know later on they end up regretting it. They end up thinking, oh, why did I do that? Why did I carry myself that way? But what it is unfortunately, when you're online and you're live streaming, that thing's caught forever. You can even delete it, and then if someone actually like recorded it or saved your video, they'll have that, and they can easily bring it back anytime. So like for the brothers, I advise you, like when you're live streaming, watch how you represent yourself, especially if you're representing Islam. You get me? Don't be beefing with people and saying you're Muslim and this and that, and then at the end of the day, you're acting drunk, you're talking about drugs online, people can really see that you're acting like a kuffar, really, innit? I'm not saying that brothers are kuffars, but I'm saying don't be acting funny, especially online, innit? Because the world's seeing you. You have to understand that. So like with current affairs also, we want to talk about certain brothers that need help, innit? Like there's certain brothers that you might see them and you think, oh, he's acting weird, he's acting a certain way. Like you have to understand that these brothers have mental issues. What is with their mental issues, they might seek attention. I'm not going to go into any certain names, but there's certain brothers that you kind of notice that there's something wrong with them, innit? By their actions, innit? By the way they go on. But me, as a Muslim, I try to be there for my brother, innit? If I know there's something wrong with him or he's got slight mental issues, I'm not going to laugh at him. I'm not going to mock him. I'm not going to run away from him. If anything, I'm going to try and embrace him and show him, okay, there's a brother there for you. You get me? Show those brothers that, okay, you might be going through certain situations. I don't know if it's anxiety, if it's stress, whatever it is, innit? Put your trust in Allah. You get me? Like I was speaking with Modine, like certain people have certain beefs with him and this and that. And when I was talking to him, I was trying to show him that he has anxiety and stress, innit? But the main thing is for him to put his trust in Allah. And this is the advice I give for all brothers. Like, we all go through anxiety sometimes. We all go through stress, innit? Certain brothers have mental issues, innit? But like, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded us to put our trust in Him. That's the most important, you understand? And I want brothers to focus on that. That's very important. If brothers can focus on the fact that like, we're supposed to put all our trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that way we know that why we're stressing for, why we're worrying over this and that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in control. You understand? That's way important. Also, I want to talk about certain situations whereby, like, I've noticed that every time certain things happen, my name keeps on being brought up. I'm there for my brothers as much as I can be. Like, if I can help any Muslim brother in any way I can, and it's possible, I will. Sincerely, from the bottom of my heart. And what is now that brothers are now like beefing with certain people. You can take, for instance, Jedi, and they keep bringing up my name. Like, you can bring up my name as much as you want, but me personally, I have nothing against him. Like, he hasn't done me nothing like that. Like, every time something happens, every time I come online or something, people keep saying, oh, that's the guy that had up Jedi, or that's the guy that filmed. Me and Jedi have never had no physical one-to-one. We haven't had that. You get me? He lives his life, I live my life. He represents what he represents, I represent Islam. It's simple, isn't it? Like, I have no animosity with anyone. That's how deep it is. There's no one I have animosity with. At the end of the day, like, if you look at things properly, take, for instance, gang and hood, we have similar emphasis. What I mean is, like, gang is guiding a new generation, hood is trying to do the same thing. But at the same time, we're also trying to help our brothers with, say, education, help them with housing, you get me, help them with employment. So like, they're trying to do something, we're trying to do something. In reality, we should be trying to find a way to link up and just make things happen, innit? Like, all this online beef, when this happens, or this person does this, they want to bring my name into it. I'm not going to go into the people bringing my name, because like most of them are like Muslim brothers, and I love my Muslim brothers, you understand? So like, I'm not here to like down them or that, but when you're bringing my name into certain situations, you have to understand that you're putting mine in a certain predicament, because you have to remember, I've got a family, I've got my life to live as well. So what is that when certain things are going on, or you've got beef with Jedi, or this is going on, you want to bring me up all the time. Like, allow all that, innit? Like, I'm here for my brothers, sincerely. You understand? I'll always be here for my brothers. But the thing is, like, you have to have an understanding that you keep bringing up certain situations and making a guy feel a certain way, it's too deep. Like, I wouldn't like to be in that situation where every single time you keep on remembered of something that wasn't even all that. You get me? It was nothing personal like that. There was no fist flying, there was no pushing or anything like that. You understand? So like, with that, I want to talk about hood, where like we're focused on like helping brothers. You get me? So with helping brothers, anytime that brothers need help, you see the hood members. Soon we're gonna have like a website popping. Before I finish, yeah, if there's any Muslim brothers that can assist with web design, please like, comment or so, and just show or send it, so like we can be assisted with web designing. We're gonna have a hood hotline coming out soon. So like if brothers need help and they need to call mans, they can call mans, innit? Anytime, bruv. Like sincerely, like we're here for our brothers. That's the most important thing to remember. So like with the hood organization, we'll help you, say, with employment. We've already like helped brothers get into employment. It could be things such as getting an SIA card, so you can do like security, building, various different things, working on the rails, various different things. Also, we can help with housing. Say with the housing situation, we've helped a brother recently get his house, mashallah. You get me? We've got avenues and agencies that we can like assist brothers with and show them that will help them to get a fast-track housing, innit? That's very important, innit? Because like we don't want to see none of our Muslim brothers homeless, innit? Also, at the same time, there's also education. So like say if it's college, higher learning, getting placements into university, all that, we'll help as much as we can, innit? That's what I'm trying to show people, that like we as Muslim brothers, we have to like unite and help each other when we can. Like there's no way that me personally, I'm going to stand by the side and see my Muslim brother in need of anything, and there's a way that I can help him and I don't. You understand? So like I ask brothers to be strong. La ilaha illallah, have your love for your brothers, help where you can help. You understand? Defend your brothers where you can defend your brothers. But like, please brothers, don't be like causing fitnah. Don't be causing fitnah intentionally or unintentionally. Sometimes brothers do things and don't know that they're mashing up, that they're causing fitnah, because they're thinking that they're doing the right thing, but sometimes they're being misled. Sometimes they're reading into situations wrong. That's why I'm saying that sometimes when I do things, I try my best to read into situations. But once I find out that maybe I got it wrong, I have to be man enough to apologize and stand firm and be like, okay, you know what, this happened, but what happened was that I got it wrong, or I was misled in this, and I'm sorry, innit? So like with that, I ask brothers to stay strong, and like, let's all unite, la ilaha illallah. Also, I want to talk about knowing your enemies, because like what has happened recently, I've noticed personally, like brothers have certain people, I don't know even if we should call them brothers, because like it's quite deep what they're doing. They're like trying to work brain, whereas they get people to like fight each other while they stay in the background, innit? Like what happens is like you might find a brother beefing with say a non-Muslim, and then there's actually a Muslim guy that's instigating this. He might be Shia, he might be Sunni, but they'll be instigating certain things. I can give you such examples as in, say like when a certain female or certain females were having beef with certain Muslim brothers. These were like Muslim females as well. You had certain Muslim brothers that were like instigating in the background. At first I wasn't aware of this, but I then become aware of this. And then like what they do is like while online, they spread like fitnah, innit? What they do, they spread fitnah, and then they kick back. And then the fitnah just continues, it boils up, brothers are beefing brothers are beefing non-Muslims, it gets deep. And then once in a while, these same people will come into the mix and then like even switch sides. That's the worst part. So like it seems like 1 minute they're with these people, the next minute they're not in it at all, the next minute they're on this side trying to show that they didn't have nothing to do with it. It's like a hidden agenda. It's deeper than we think. It's a hidden agenda. And like what is a bad look, because like people get involved where you have like, say, certain characters from the park, certain people, they end up all really getting close to beef. Or like how it looks, eventually there's going to be some kind of clash. There's going to be some kind of beef going on. That's why I was talking about certain times, stop mentioning my name when you're dealing with certain individuals, innit? Certain individuals, if like certain people are beefing with them, why keep bringing up my name? Like, at the end of the day, if something is done wrong to you, the person bringing up my name, or if something's done wrong to a Muslim brother in general, I'll be there. Sincerely, I'll be there. But like, if it's situations where you're trying to like just make a fight, or like trying to make a certain person look bad, or mock him, or like make people laugh at him, or things like that, and then you want to bring me into the equation, allow that, innit? Beg you, allow that. Because at the end of the day, that's like fitna in a way. You understand? You're going to make a certain individuals feel away, and they don't know what's really going on. Me personally, I'm all right, innit? It's alhamdulillah, innit? It's la ilaha illallah. Me personally, I have no fear, I have no worry. I live my life every day. What's meant to be will always be. I put my trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the most important thing. So like all these people that have got their hidden agendas or are trolling, I don't even know if they're trolling, because the trolling gets quite deep. Like, I don't know even if they're trolling, if they're mocking it, or what they're doing, but it's like a hidden agenda, innit? It's causing fitna. So like all these people allow it, innit? At the end of the day, we're here to spread Islam. We are the example of Islam. We are Islam. So like when people see what we're doing, they can judge us, innit? They can see that, okay, this guy goes on this way, or this guy goes on that way. Like me personally, I would not like for me to be seen as an instigator. I would not like to for me to be seen as a snake. I would not like to see for people to see me as a clown or a person that's just all about jokes or that, because it's gone past all that. It's la ilaha illallah. There's like brothers worldwide suffering. There's brothers and sisters suffering, going through bare tribulation, going through bare stress and all that. You understand? There's people that we need to be that we need to help. That's very important. You understand? All this fun and jokes, maybe because I'm a bit older, I've gone past all that. You understand? Like with the hood, we're taking things serious. You understand? Like we're here for all brothers, all sisters. Any way that we can help, and inshallah, Allah allows us to help, we will help, innit? Sincerely. That's the angle I'm coming from. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. Yeah, and also like big up to blackdunya. You get me? Make sure that you subscribe and like all the videos. MashaAllah, we're moving forward, we're progressing. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah wa barakatuh.